Hey folks, great you're watching again and welcome to this English summary. I have got a new list what we have been doing today. At first we start working on the main clutch. That's the clutch which is between the engine and the gearbox. And that's the one you activate by pressing the clutch pedal, just like in a car. At least if you have manual transmission, of course. About the clutch, this is a clutch which exists out of several discs. Normally a car clutch will have just one friction plate, then you have the flywheel, and on the other side you have the pressure plate. The friction plate is pinched between the pressure plate and flywheel by a spring, and if you press the clutch so it disengages, you compress these springs so the friction, the pressure plate moves away from the flywheel. This makes the friction plate running free from the pressure plate and flywheel. So that's in general how clutch works. But this system exists out of more discs. Therefore these discs have the teeth, some on the outside, some on the inside. We want to check the state because there was a lot of rust. We have plates which have friction material on them, and we have just the steel plates like the pressure plate and flywheel in a car clutch. And of course the steel plates have been rusting. We want to see if we can fix this by just removing a little bit of material in the lathe. But the thing is, it turned out the clutch plates are a little bit conical, so they are bent. This is not good. You don't want that for a clutch. Although I have heard that this is a common thing on a B&B, and it's not a really big issue. We have everything out now, so it will be easy to replace them with fresh ones. I think that's the best idea. Well, it depends of course on the price of these parts. We can remove the rust by machining them a little bit, but it's not very easy because of the shape. If they were just flat, then it was great. We could. The idea was removing a little bit of rust and then maybe grinding them, just like an engine head. So they're nice flat, but they don't have the shape, not a flat shape, so it's not easy to grind them. So that's, it's a little bit thing what we are going to do with that. I will see what the price is for a set of these plates. And then we can replace them, because if we install the engine and gearbox and find out that the clutch is not good, that would be terrible, because then we have to take the engine out. We also cannot test this, of course, with the engine and gearbox not mounted inside of the vehicle, because we cannot put enough torque on the clutch to see if it starts slipping or something like that. We also explained a bit about motorcycle clutch. You have these wet clutches, and these are inside of the gearbox. They are inside the oil. They also exist out of more plates. It's a little bit similar as this clutch. For the big difference, this one is a dry one, so there shouldn't be any oil on this clutch. But for these motorcycle clutches, it is an issue if the plates are bent. How can these plates get bent? This can happen if the clutch becomes too hot, just by wrong setting for the clutch tension. So if you release the clutch handle, there is no clearance, so there's the clutch, this doesn't engage properly, so there's constant slip, or if you are a bad driver and you're letting the clutch too much slip, or well, this can cause heat, and this heat can cause these plates to bend. Well, if these plates are bent, you can understand they will act like a spring. So this package of clutch plates, because all these plates are bent, you can compress them. Well, and the thing is, if you want to disengage the spring pressure, which compresses all these plates, is released. So there should exist a certain clearance between these plates for the clutch to disengage. Well, if these plates are bent, this clearance will not, there is not really a clearance. So these plates are rubbing against each other, and therefore it's like the gearbox or the clutch won't really disengage. If you put it in gear, you start the vehicle, you're able to release the clutch and drive off, but as soon as you put it in neutral and you release the clutch, the gearbox will start spinning, and then if you compress the clutch again, well, it won't disengage, so you're not able to switch into first gear or in reverse. So therefore, these plates are also bent. Of course, there are not so many of these plates, so probably the movement of the pressure plate is enough to get the clearance which is needed for disengaging. But well, it's I don't really like this. The thing is that all the plates are a little bit conical, but they are all in the same direction. So I think the clearance will be would still be fine. So I would dare to, if I don't have any other plates, I would dare to fix these and just mount it, and I think it will work. But well, again, if the price is good, we should replace them. Okay, good. Let me see. Well, and then we have a new face. Yeah, Owen is here, and he is also doing interim. He will work with the camera and also do the editing work. So I would say wish him good luck. He will be here for about 10 weeks, so that's a good thing. And then more parts we wanted to check to see if they need to be replaced or repaired, or if we can fix them easily. The injectors, of course. We took the injectors out, you have seen that before. Now we have this pump, you have seen that one also. It's over there, it's just a hand pump. And we can put pressure on the injector and see if it works. Well, what are the things we are looking for? Of course, we want to see if the opening pressure is correct, because this pressure, it can, if the pressure is not good, the moment of injection is, it can differ, and this is of course not good, because on a diesel engine, the moment of injection, that's the moment when the combustion starts. It's like a petrol engine has a spark plug. Well, the diesel engine has this injector, and this. Well, the moment of injection is of course important, and this pressure, that also inflicts the moment of injection. Good. Then also the opening pressure, it should build up pressure, and it should not leak earlier. So if you are building up pressure, the injector should not start leaking fuel earlier than the opening pressure. So that's also a thing which is important. Also, it should not stay dripping as soon as the pressure is reached. The fuel sprays out. It should not continue dripping. That's also not something you want to see. You also want to check the spray pattern. and because these injectors have several holes in them, atomizers, the fuel will spray through these, and well, there are nine, I believe, I do remember, yeah, nine of these holes, and so we want to see 9 jets of fuel coming out from there. So that's also something we want to check. The thing is, none of them had the correct spray pattern. Opening pressure is pretty good on all of them. There was one which was dripping, and the other ones all had a wrong spray pattern. There even was one which only had one atomizer opened. The rest is clogged. We try to remove this by just with a little bit of sandpaper, removing all the coal which is on the nozzle. That didn't help much. After that I tried to pinch the holes open with a piece of steel wire from a wire brush, but it did not work. Too bad. After that we put them in thinner and also tried to heat them a little bit with a torch to see if I could burn this coal out, but that also didn't work. I think we should put them in some ultrasonic cleaning device. Maybe that could do the job. Otherwise we should see if we can find replacements for these, because well, the spray pattern is of course important. You want to the fuel to be how do you say, divided even inside of the combustion chamber, of course. So that's important for good combustion. Okay, well, good. They're still soaking in this solvent, so well, maybe we will try this tomorrow. Today, as we record the summary, but tomorrow for the video. Okay. Anyway, that will be not tomorrow, but the day after, because tomorrow we have day off. I haven't told it in the main video. Okay, let's see what I have more. Oh yes, more checking of components. The cylinder head. We want to see if the valves are leaking. It's a pretty easy test. You just put the cylinder head like it is on the engine with the valves facing down, and then you can put some kind of liquid. I used petrol, but you can also use diesel or whatever. Put it on top of the valves, and well, then you can see if it starts leaking through, then you have a leaking valve. Well, and if it's tight, then it's good. I have done this test many times before. Normally how I did it is placing some white paper beneath the cylinder head, then put a little bit of fuel on top of the valves. Diesel fuel is fine. Because it does not evaporate as easy as petrol, of course. But the thing is, you can just leave it overnight for a longer period, and then you can check if there are any drips on the white paper. So that's a good test to do. It's really easy, and you can do that. Well, there were some valves where the petrol just came flowing out, so that was not good. So we need to to remove the valves and see how the seats and the valves what they look like. Okay, good. Then we cleaned the cylinder head in preparation for disassembly, and that's about it. I would say thank you for watching and see you next time.